Doing OCR Nationals, you need to provide a lot of screenshot evidence. It can be difficult working out what would be good screenshot evidence, and this is particularly so in Unit 1, where you have to show how you can move and copy files, etc. In fact, it's helpful to make some changes to your folder settings so that it's easier to show the required evidence. For instance, if I want to show exactly where a file or folder is, then it's best to have the full path in the title bar at the top of the folder window. At the moment, the title bar says OCR Nationals, that's the name of the folder. Inside that folder we have Unit01 folder. But what I'd like to do is to have the full path name for the OCR Nationals folder here at the top. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. I need to change the folder options. And there are lots of places I can do this, and it rather depends on what operating system you've got, where you're going to find the folder options. On this particular operating system, I've got one possibility here in the Tools menu. Here we've got the folder option. If I click on that, I end up with my folder options, which I can alter here. I'm going to close that for the moment. There's another possibility is in the Organize menu. Again, if I go down here, I've got folder options. Click on that, I get the same window as before. And to click and cancel that. I've also got the possibilities of going to the control panel. So if I click on here and go to control panel, now this is almost certainly going to work on virtually any of the operating systems. So in the control panel I could click into the search area and type folder options. Well, it's already found it, I can see. I could click on there and lo and behold my folder options again. I could, if I wanted to, go to the old classic view, and down here somewhere I should find my folder options. Here we are, there's folder options. Click on that and lo and behold the same window again. I'm going to close these down, and of course the other way you can do it is to come down here and click on the search box and just simply type in folder options, and you'll find it'll arise there. Now that's not available on all of the operating systems, but it is on here, and there's my folder options. So choosing the one I would normally use, I'll go to Tools, Folder Options. I go to View and I look down here, lots of different things I can change. The one I really want is this one here, display the full path in the title bar. So check that and click OK. And now if I look on the top here, I can see the full path name, and it's quite clear where this folder OCR Nationals actually is. Another useful folder setting for your OCR National work is to enable the file extensions to be displayed. Now the file extension is usually a 3 or 4 letter sequence of characters that tell you what sort of file it is. So for instance, a DOC will tell you it's a doc file, XLS will tell you that it's an Excel file. I'm going to open my Unit 1 folder, and then I'm going to open my Reports folder, and inside there I have 2 files. They look like Word documents, but what I'm going to do is make it so that I can see the file extension there. So I go to Tools, Options, View. Down here we have Hide Extensions for known file types. We'll click that off. So there you see the file extension DOCX. That means it's the new Word format. Right, I'm just going to move back now to my Unit 1 folder. There's one final setting that's really useful for your OCR National work. Now you saw a minute ago when I was double clicking on this folder, I see the subfolders, I open this subfolder here, and what's happening each time is the subfolders are being opened in the same window. So here's my window, and I'm just using this single window for showing all the folders. For a lot of the OCR National work, particularly in Unit 1, it's rather useful to be able to open each folder in its own window. To show you what I mean, I'm going to go again to Tools, Folder Options, and I'm going to click on here and say open each folder in its own window. Now here I'm on the General tab. I haven't gone to the View tab as I did previously. Let's click OK. Now I'm going to move back back to the Unit 1 folder. I'm going to double click Unit 1, and you see now it's in a folder of its own. I'm going to click Reports, and that's in a window of its own. What's the advantage of this? If I'm going to show how I move things from one folder to the next or whatever, then it's useful to have both windows on at the same time. So I can see the title bars at the top here, I can see where the different folders are, I can see this folder here in fact is a subfolder of Reports, and that's a subfolder of Unit 1. It's very, very clear what the relationship is between this folder here and this Unit 1 folder here. If I move things, I can click it over like that and move them over, and I can move them back again, and I can see clearly what's happening in each of the two folder windows. The sort of changes that we've made might not be the sort of ones that you want to work with normally, but as you've seen, it's very, very easy to make those changes, so you can make some folder changes quite quickly when you're doing the OCR national work, and then when you want to do your normal work you can revert and make the changes back again.